Switzerland produces around 200,000 tons of chocolate a year in a $1.8 billion industry, half of which is exported, helping the country earn $1 billion a year. That is impressive, but how can a country which does not produce cacao nor has had any colonies become synonymous with chocolate? As you might already know, chocolate originated in Latin America and crawled its way to Spain, which at first monopolized its distribution. Gradually, chocolate was traded into Italian and Austrian royal courts, and because of its strategic position in the center of Europe, Switzerland began processing chocolate. The first factories appeared in the canton of Ticino, which is on the southern border with Italy, and eventually in Vevey, a small town on the north of Lake Geneva. Back then, chocolate wasn't the luxurious eating experience of today. Chocolate was gritty and chewy at the same time, with of course a bitter taste. In 1819, the first mechanized chocolate factory opened in the town of Vevey by François-Louis Caillié, who was an apprentice with Italian chocolatiers in Ticino. Caillié's machinery began mass-producing Swiss chocolate for the first time in the country, founding the oldest Swiss chocolate brand still in existence. Caillié's revolutionary act was followed by other pioneers in the business like Philippe Suchard in 1826, Charles Amadé Köhler in 1830, and the Sprungli family in 1836. Suchard refined the chocolate-making process by inventing a commercial mixing machine for sugar and cacao mass, and later on created the Milka chocolate brand for the Swiss market in 1901. Combining an unusual purple packaging with a cow symbolizing their use of milk. In 1826, Suchard produced 30 kilograms of chocolate per day, 60 tons in 1924, and 920 tons at the end of the 1960s. Charles Amadé Köhler invented hazelnut chocolate, which is still popular today as it was then. After his death, the Köhler company continued in the Swiss chocolate industry, merged in 1911 with the Caillié and Peter chocolate brands, and was later purchased by Nestlé in 1929. The Sprungli family set up a shop in Zurich, which would later merge with Rudolf Lindt's Bern-based factory in 1892, the basis for the Lindt brand we know today, which is now the largest producer of premium chocolate in the world. What did the Swiss actually add to this industry? We should admit that the Swiss did not only make chocolate, they were innovating chocolate by all means. In 1867, Daniel Peter, who was Caillié's son-in-law, opened up his own chocolate factory and decided to experiment by adding milk powder, invented by his friend Henri Nestlé, to his product. But Peter's experiments kept failing for 7 years because of the high water concentration in the mixture. Peter eventually discovered a solution in the form of condensed milk produced by Nestlé himself. In doing so, he gave the world its first milk chocolate in 1879. Peter and Nestlé joined forces to form the Nestlé company that same year. Chocolatier Rudolf Lindt, who had formerly trained at Köhler factory, perfected chocolate making when he invented the conching machine, which refines the flavor and texture by warming and grinding. It evenly distributes cacao butter within chocolate and promotes flavor development. Without this machine, you would still be chewing chocolate instead of enjoying its melting texture. The innovating process continued in 1908 when Theodor Tobler tossed milk chocolate, nougat, almonds, and honey together and pressed the mixture into a triangular shape, giving life to the world-famous Toblerone bar. And in the 1930s, Nestlé again brought the world something new when it launched its white chocolate Milky Bar. Swiss chocolate factories have become tourist attractions as they include guided tours and chocolate museums. Some of the largest are Maison Caillié in Braux, Lindt Home of Chocolate in Kilchberg, Maestrani's Chocolarium in Flaville, House of Laderach in Bilten, and Funky Chocolate Club in Interlaken. Well, a bonus piece of information for those who are still with us. This multi-billion industry is governed by Choco Suisse, which is the Association of Swiss Chocolate Manufacturers that oversees strict and binding quality standards among its 16 members and protects the interests of Swiss chocolate producers.